Surbhi Upadhyay joins us now with the former executive director at SEBI, J.N. Gupta. Surbhi, over to you.
Arundhati, thanks so much for this. So basically, we decided to talk to Mr. Gupta to really understand what the current QIP regulations say. So thank you so much for taking this call and joining in. I just first want to ask the basic question. I don't remember any very recent change in the QIP guidelines. If you could just set the record straight for us.
Surbhi, you are absolutely correct. I also do not remember any QIP new recent guidelines of QIP that has come from SEBI. And in fact, in between your telephonic call and now, I had quickly checked up with SEBI also, and they also said me that there has been no recent change, maybe 1 week or 10 days, which has come into the QIP thing. So I am equally surprised that what is this new thing that has been talked. That is first. But as your correspondent also raised an issue, the first of the facts is that this issue was managed by host of leading merchant bankers, and they were brilliant legal advisors. So if bank may not be knowing what is the guidelines, everyone in the industry and maybe all the merchant bankers were aware what is the guideline. So I don't know how they did not advise the guideline. And secondly, if, as we know that this 3-day guideline, if at all it is there, it is not a new, it has been there for ages. Then
so, Mr. Gupta, sir, let me just butt in over there, and for the benefit of our viewers, just to understand, what do the current QIP guidelines say? If the book has been fully subscribed, can the issuer close the book, or does that company still have to keep the issue open for the next 2 days to complete this 3-day window?
No, I would say that I would not be able to comment on this because having this confusion having been created, I tried to, in between last 10 minutes, I was looking into the various regulations. I have not been able to place my hand on any of the 3-day guidelines. But assuming it is there, if it is there, that this is not first QIP that has happened in the country or by any company. So many QIPs have been happening in the country and all have been done on the same regulation. So it cannot be a case where Yes Bank said that they are different from all other QIP. A QIP is a QIP. Investors are the same.
But sir, to take Mr. Kapoor's argument forward as well and to bat from his side, what he essentially explained to us was that the book was fully subscribed by 6 o'clock this morning. Yeah. Then obviously the listed stock started falling and falling very rapidly. The listed stock went below the offer band of the QIP. And perhaps that's what he was trying to indicate, that since the book was still open, it gave QIP investors or QIBs, qualified institutional buyers, the option perhaps to withdraw because the book is still open, you can still withdraw, and therefore creating the volatility. So is there a case to actually take a relook at these guidelines?
See, I would say, if you recall, it has been a case with all OFS issues made by public sector units. That OFS guidelines have been tweaked in because when the moment OFS price was announced, the stock price would fall. But all these things are part and parcel of the game that we play or we have. So it has been, when I say if many QIP issues have happened in the past and currently happening, so they are all subject to the same rules. So it is not, maybe it is a case in the particular Yes Bank case where the stock has fallen much beyond what it was expected, or I really do not know. Nobody would know. See, this would be only known who are the people behind the fall of the stock, whether there is some manipulation, something. That is for SEBI to do.
I just exactly, sir, I want to highlight that point. Yes Bank, we should pull up a 1-year chart of Yes Bank as well, has had an absolute phenomenal dream run. It's a darling stock of the market. There are lots and lots of big brokerages with big buy calls out there. The stock's been trending at its 52-week high. But obviously something has gone amiss in the last 2 or 3 days because that's when there's been a one-way downward correction on the stock. The stock hit a high of, this is on the 6th of September, the stock hit a high of 1440. And since then, it's been falling. Its close today is 1330. Now, we don't want to get into the realm of speculation here, but do you think there is a case to investigate what's happened in the secondary market and the bearing that has had on the QIP?
I would certainly say, for simple reason, if the company feels that their book was subscribed and suddenly the price has been fallen, and if the company is very clear that they are not behind this fall, then the company can certainly ask SEBI to find out who are the people who have hammered the receipt and what is the reason. Maybe some interested party is trying to do something wrong with the script and make Yes Bank suffer. That is one. But secondly, I would say that if the investors had already subscribed and the stock has fallen, so at the most what they would have done in the 3-day window, they would have taken back their application. At the end of the 3 days, there would be no subscription, or the subscription will not be fully there. So Yes Bank could have very well said that since the subscription is not there, we are not going ahead with the allotment. But doing this, cancelling the QIP midway, raises a lot of eyebrows. And I'm sure that if this comes to the notice of SEBI, SEBI would be certainly asking some tough questions.
All right, Mr. Gupta, thanks so much for joining in and giving us your point of view on this. So, Arundhati, there we go. It's a bit of a strange situation to have happened. Mr. Gupta saying that maybe Yes Bank should have been a little more patient, seen sort of the whole process through. But as of now, we know the issue has been deferred.
All right. Thank you so